Hey guys, welcome to Roll Minnesota, your state of skate. Hey, it's another day of rolling reactions today with Butch Lehman here, and we're taking you to one of my favorite skaters, David Sizemore. So today we're going to be looking at 3 David Sizemore sections spanning his long career, going all the way back to the late 2000s, starting with iRollerblade. From there we'll check out his profile with Rollerblade and Solo Collective, and then lastly we're going to finish up with his section in Champaign, a pretty recent one. Every section features something unique about David Sizemore throughout his developmental process, and he's really become one of the most well-rounded and diversified skaters in the industry. In fact, I think he just signed with Them Skates under Jon Julio, so congrats to you, David Sizemore. Let's take a look at some of his skating throughout his career, though. This was the first section of David Sizemore's that I was ever exposed to, and it completely left me dumbfounded. You can tell that he definitely had the drive to make a name for himself in rollerblading if he's out skating a massive drop rail in the rain like that. And this is so messed up. Look at these tricks that he's doing with that giant pole sign at the bottom. That is not worth the risk in my eyes, but wow, he must have been confident. Orange man ball out like a Billy Owens. If you ain't knowing, I flip a script and dip the dog. But homie, you can take a loss, but I'ma flip the coffin like butter pancakes on the grill. With cold sea, no hot days. He was skating rollerblade at this time. I think he was on the pro team for Skate Pile Skate Shop as well. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Nice backslide. I think this video was done by Matt Grimes, who was a really solid skater himself. I think he had a profile in it too, if I remember correctly. Hold that back torque. Hold it forever. I like this next clip. Gets the back far, but a little too much speed on this one. You can hear his friends laughing at him in the background. I love it. Rough Trumizu. That's one you don't see very often. Nice. Yep. Gotta have the rail transfer in there. Sure, throw a budget in at the end. Why not? He was really one of those skaters in this era that had spin tricks down to a T. There was a lot of spin to win type of skating during this era, but David Sizemore stands out to me as one of the ones that had mastered it early on in his career, which allowed him some wiggle room to kind of evolve from there and work on things that were more creative, more interesting, have variations in the spots, so it's not just the typical down rails. I guess what I'm trying to say is he built himself a really solid foundation for these types of tricks that he could then later apply to other obstacles. Good fisheye shot there. It always looks good. Hurricane topsoul, that's a positive trick regardless of what you do it on. Tight curve, especially with a drop. That'd be scary. And here's his ender with the 540 to drop. Boom. Anyway, that's his first section. We're going to switch over to midpoint in his career as he was riding for Rollerblade as one of their pro skaters. All right, so next we'll take a look at the Solo Collective part from the Rollerblade team video. David Sizemore coming in strong. Now, as you can tell from this section, this was the part of his career where he was regularly wearing a helmet while skating, and that's something that I have tremendous respect for. Those of you that are out there that hate on people for wearing helmets, it just seems a bit shallow and selfish to me because, you know, I think we all know at least one person that sustained an injury and can't knock the helmets. Safety first. Nice. So you're definitely going to notice a stylistic difference at this point in David's skating career. Still a lot of hammers from him, but he's starting to come into his own with his own unique type of flair onto the tricks and his style. That spot looks terrifying. A lot could go wrong there. That's a gritty bank. That'd be a scary one. I love that trick. Fast plant with Liu Kang. How about that last one that had a guy underneath holding the rail for him? I want to be that guy. David Sizemore, let me hold the rails for you if you ever come out here to Minnesota. I'll do it. You don't even got to pay me. Just let me watch the clips. Good wall ride. This spot looks fun. Just random wall quarter pipe. This thing doesn't look fun. This thing looks terrifying. It's got a whole group. That was a really good angle on that. Good fisheye shot. So I think filming often gets underrated in some parts, where you want to have a mix of angles, and it's good to have some fisheye, but some people rely on it too strongly, and that's all they get for an entire section. You want to have some good scenic shots, some long shots, some B-roll, and I have to say, Rollerblades made a really, really solid edit out of this section. Back into the bank. Getting the true Machio without falling into the water. Bonus points on that one. All right, we got one more David Sizemore section coming at you. This is from his late career. This one was from his part in Champagne, so it's pretty recent. We'll get that one fired up here. All right, let's see how we can start this out with a bang. Literally, you'll see what I mean. Right into the pothole. So that's where our tax dollars are going to. We got to get those roads fixed so this doesn't happen. He's got a good sense of humor about it, though. And this is what I like to think of with David Sizemore's style, is he's fully evolved at this point. He is just a completely mythological skater. Legendary. I think one of the things that really stands out to me about this section too is how unobtrusive the music is. It's just this relaxing like elevator jam, and it just lets the skating do the talking for him. And if that's a good strategy if you're David, because this is some really solid skating. Quick mute grab into the grind there. I can't imagine how difficult that one would be to film. I want you to pay attention too to how David Sizemore rolls away from tricks when he lands. He always has his feet together and he absorbs the impact. There's almost like no shuffle or no sloppiness to it at all. It's like every take is perfectly smooth. And I'm wondering if that's just how he lands tricks every time, or if he's that dedicated and that attention to detail that he will refilm things if it's not just completely on point. Because I don't think I see him stutter with his feet at all in this whole section. This is one of my favorite tricks. Bank to hurricane topsail. That would be so hard to do. David Sizemore has one of the most legendary fast slide clips that's floating around out there. It's like this long outward rail with a drop under it, just a straight rail. And he holds it for a really long time to drop. You guys probably have seen it before. Can always appreciate a good wall ride. And a good backslide. I love backslides. Again, the music is just super chill. I think in a way, it almost makes like the skating even more effortless feeling as you're watching it. That was huge. And look at some of these spots. Like, where do you find stuff like this? Hurricane top acid on the underbar. I've seen underbar skating, but hurricane top acid is a pretty big trick to be doing on any bar, underbar or overbar. Let's wrap it up with a massive gap. Again, pay attention to the feet. All right, so he steps out of bounds in the grass, but that definitely counts. We got to count that, right? All right, guys, those were some sections from David Sizemore. He's one of my favorite skaters. He's one of the people that I think embody the potential behind blading right now, doing everything right. So, David, congrats on a long, successful career. Happy to see you sign with them skates. Hopefully you get a world of opportunities that come about with Jon Julio now that, you know, he's behind the wheel. We're going to wrap things up. Special shout out to the supporters here. Remember to support blading in any capacity that you're able. Ultimately, it's our collective effort that's going to make our community stronger and get to a thriving point that we rightfully deserve to be. I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll check you guys in with the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on rolling. We'll see you later. Peace.